I'm here with my girl, Brencia Berry. She is the political director for the Democratic Party. And not only is she kind of working in the convention, but she's also a part of crafting some of the messages that we hear. So I want to talk to you on the political side of things. What is some of the messaging that is coming forth here at the convention?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've heard it these past few nights, and you're going to hear more tonight. The focus for the party is to make sure that we're making the case to voters for this March through November 5th, right? And what that looks like is talking about all that Vice President Harris and Governor Walz not only have done in their tenure as incredible elected officials in their own right in the administration and in Minnesota, but also their vision for the future. And we are very clear that when it comes to the vision for the future, we have one while our opponents do not. Not only have we accomplished so much, whether it's capping insulin at $35 for seniors or investing the most historic amount in HBCUs, as well as, continuing to fight for women's rights and doing everything that we can to protect them despite our opponents. There's a path forward, too, that she has a vision for everybody having paid leave and having access to quality paid family and medical leave. And the list goes on. So we're just going to continue hammering home that those points of joy. We heard it from Mrs. Obama, and we refuse to go backwards.
How does it feel? You brought up Mrs. Obama, who tore the House up. Even when former President Barack Obama came out, he was like, that's a tough act to follow. And she talked about also how important it is, that this ticket, what it means for women, what it means for families, for you being in this moment, just as a Black woman, and even seeing Reverend Jackson coming out on stage and talking about Shirley Chisholm and being in Chicago. How do you feel in this moment?
I'm pretty overwhelmed. Man, I'm speechless. I am speechless. And when you said, Reverend Jackson,
Yes.
Because my late father had Parkinson's, and that's ultimately what he passed from. And so, as I've seen him over the years at the marches and, been with him, I know that I know what it looks like. I know what's happening. And so, it was a really beautiful moment. And then not to mention, my shirt, I got Fannie Lou on here.
Yes.
Because tonight is literally the 60th anniversary of her saying that she's sick and tired of being sick and tired, and talking about the literal physical violence that she experienced just trying to practice her sacred right to vote, just trying to fight for the Mississippi Democratic Freedom Party, and it's just huge. It's huge. Like, what are the odds? The exact date. The exact date. 60 years. This exact date. Fannie Lou.
It is incredible when you put it like that. It made me want to pause too. Tonight is the fourth. It's the fourth night. It's the last night. What is the work that begins Friday? And I know your plate is full. What happens?
Absolutely. So all of the energy that we have seen here, all of these delegates who have pledged their votes for Vice President Harris to be the first Black woman nominee, presidential nominee, we're all, the campaign, the party, we are all going to just go and organize, mobilize, go and knock on people's doors, make phone calls, make sure that we are spreading the word about what a President Harris would mean for this country, as opposed to allowing, we won't say his name, him back into office to take us backwards. And so it is going to be a full-on sprint to November 5th, and we're not taking anything for granted. We are going to ask for every single person's vote. We are going to do our Black jobs, which is to vote, and we're going to this energy is going to continue forward, and we're going to carry it forward.
Thank you so much for the work that you do. You know, you're always welcome on AURN. We appreciate you. Miss Brencia Berry with the Democratic Party.